JQ, that's you.
TQ is you.
We're the Q brothers.
Yeah.
So we just opened our new store, Q Brothers, which is sort of, it's called the men's store at Mer's Apothecary. But among other things, aside from just being for men, we use this opportunity of an expanded apothecary to bring in some of the best fragrance from around the world.
Majorly expanded fragrance section.
Yeah, independent fragrance for men and women. And in doing so, one of the lines that I was most excited to bring in and feature, and just I'm enjoying so much, is Tower.
Look at this. The Leaning Tower. No?
Oh!
Yeah.
I get it. So,
G-J.
Tower is a line by Andy Tower out of Switzerland, and he has, I want to just go through the line and smell some things.
Let's do it.
We brought in, he has a lot of fragrances. We brought in 8 of them.
This is high-end fragrance, right?
This is great independent artisanal fragrance. This is really nice. So I'm going to start. So let's start with L'air du Desert Moroccan. So LDDM is how it's referred to on the scent blogs. And so this is
Moroccan desert air.
Yeah, Maghreb desert. This is, so smell that. They're just such evocative fragrances to me, you know? He talks about, he had a picture in his mind of a hotel bed in Marrakesh in the early evening with the sun going down, the moon's about to come up, and he's lying on the bed from a hot day with the window open, letting the cool air in. And I have to say,
it's interesting because it's like it has some of this Moroccan spice, and you do get cool air in the middle of it. And you certainly get a, let me switch, I'd like to try the dry.
Here.
There's certainly an incense note.
Yeah, and a lot of wood coming through right now.
Sandalwood.
Cedarwood. He's talking about, but yeah, there's definitely, I got a sandalwood and cedar.
That's beautiful.
And there's some floral in there too.
Yeah.
You know, you get those, like, he talks about a hint of rock rose and a hint of jasmine, but it's definitely not. You would never smell this and say this is a floral scent. You know,
some powder kind of elements to it.
Yeah, but it's a warm fragrance.
Yeah,
it's warm, yet you smell cool air.
Cool air.
That's like at the night. It's like it's
cool.
It's evening in a warm desert place, and it's really, really great. I think it's.
Let's see. Next.
So let's do next. Let's do the where is it? Let's do Lone Star Memories next. So I'm just keeping some sheets here because I think they're so. The stories behind them and sort of the images are so strong, and I want to have some of the notes here. But really, I want to spray this and then just tell you that I am biased about this one because I've already. These other ones I haven't really been using, but I had this bottle ahead of time.
Oh wow!
Yeah, this is Lone Star Memories.
Leather.
Yep.
Lone Star Memories. Okay, so there's a cowboy element. Yeah. But
there's a soft sweetness to it.
Burnt.
Smoke, right?
Smoke, yeah.
There's smoke.
There's some peaty, like it's a little bit like Scotch and boots.
Yeah, gee, you've got a good nose, I gotta say, because you haven't read it. He's not really smelled this because he's been working on a show, hasn't been around the store very much, so you haven't smelled this, and we haven't discussed this at all. And so I always enjoy hearing you sort of talk about it.
This smells like, yeah, it smells a lot like, you know, G's, like when G is like having a Scotch when we're performing in Scotland, like it has a lot of that elements to it. That like smoky peat.
But there's some floral underneath there too.
It's coming out now.
Yeah.
It's not happening until now.
So they talk about this. It's exactly, listen, like you said, cowboy boots and jeans or whatever you just said. they're talking about it's the scent of a lonesome rider wearing old jeans and leather jacket after a long day on a horse in the dry woods, preparing his coffee on an open, smoky fire. I want it to be fresh, he wrote, I want it to be fresh and light, yet lasting and powerful. And that's the thing, this lasts. I wake up the next morning and I still smell it on my chest or on my wrist. Really nice. But it talks about, there's some bourbon.
That's fantastic.
I think it's
one of the best ones I've smelled.
I haven't been this excited about a fragrance for myself in a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm loving it. But here, so this is what he talks about. It is a rich leather scent.
It's a sexy scent for a dude.
It's
this is like sensual. All the triggers.
I was gonna say it's so sensual. It's like sensuous, you know.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
I love that. It has some elements of the Dias and Durga Free Trapper.
There's even a touch of Burning Barbershop.
And Burning Barbershop. I was about to say it's a bit of a mix between them, right?
Yeah. You get some of that sweetness of the Burning Barbershop. So he talks about green. It's a rich leather scent, intense and multi-layered, with a lasting, soft and gentle woody accord. But he's got in there, you know, spicy head notes of geranium, woody carrot seed, and ambergris. Then talk about a smoky chord of leathery heart. It's just really birch tar, and that's that Burning Barbershop is that tarry notes, you know.
Yeah, it's because
and myrrh, tonka, vetiver, sandalwood.
It reminds you of when there's myrrh or birch tar. It gives you that pine tar soap quality, that like asphalt.
Yeah,
you know, like.
Just so good.
And for such a bold scent, so graceful and like balanced.
Yeah, so balanced, you know.
But like,
it's not. This is like, how do you say manliness without? If you're not screaming it, you're just confidently asserting manliness in every way. You know, I love it. But that said, there are women who wear that, and you could imagine a woman wearing that being very sexy.
I mean, I think it would take a bold lady to pull it off.
We know some bold ladies.
I know a couple.
This is Incense Extreme. So this is a Boswellia Serrata extract. Yeah, Boswellia is like sort of incense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This one is a more conceptual fragrance, I think.
What do you mean?
And like he talks about it, it's like really designed to feature this incense, you know, to feature Boswellia. And like he talks about it being like an abstract interpretation of it. It's not like, I don't think, it's not a lush.
It's not trying to recreate
it's not a lush.
Scene.
Yeah, like I don't think this one is a lush sort of like, whoa, I'm transported to this. Do you agree? It's like.
Yeah. I mean, I think. I don't know, maybe you're going to disagree with me. I think this is a women's scent.
Yeah.
And it's spicy though, and bold and woodsy.
Well, I don't think a woman's scent. I just think it's it's a fresher scent, and there's a greenness in there, and there's some things in it that make it less. I mean, after you smell Lone Star Memories, it's not going to come across as a masculine scent, but I think this would be very unisex.
Yeah, no. I guess what I'm saying is like I think this is a badass women's scent.
Yeah, like you would like to smell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just want to
I wasn't saying it's girly.
Yeah.
It's totally not girly. But I'm saying surprisingly, I think that this would go best on like a total badass girl, you know?
Yeah.
It's good.
You still the smell of spice coming through? Like I'm getting a little whiff of Indian cooking. Yeah, some of the seeds that our grandmother used to use when she'd come over. Exactly. Yeah. There's a nice spicy note in there. It's really nice. Right.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful scent. But you're right, it isn't as scenic.
Yeah.
Right?
So, Incense Rose. So another incense fragrance. Oh.
Now this one is very like Devon to me. Like
this Devon, you mean the the street in Chicago that is heavy concentration of Indian and Pakistani stores. Yeah, but keep on going.
So like, I'm just gonna say off the bat, has like pan, the leaf that's got some Safari and tobacco in it, like that they chew on, the cab drivers and stuff. And sort of like I'm gonna throw this out there. I don't mean it as a diss. The fakey rose kind of thing, right? Like the one that comes like in the incense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think it's like a Bulgarian kind of rose.
No, I'm sure it's an authentic, but you know what I mean when I say that.
There's an oranginess to it.
There's a lot of tobacco in it. I get quite a bit like sweet tobacco. Like pan. It really is so much.
And not even tobacco. It's you're right. There's an Indian, it's pan. It's that paste. It's the paste. But I'm saying, no, you can chew it. Yeah, but it's that rich resinous kind of paste they make out of tobacco that mixes in there from growing it. Yeah. It smells like uncle's visiting.
Yeah. Like Uncle Sitar.
But now smell it. It's getting woodier and rosier.
Yeah.
You know?
And soapier, I would say, right?
A little bit. It's really...
It's interesting.
Yeah.
And it's changing quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's getting a lot more citric.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
like
a citrus
the vitamin C of like the rose hip. Almost, right? Like the dawn rose or whatever.
Yeah. Of course.
Alright, Tower Part 2. We got cut off, right?
Yeah.
So we're just finishing up
Incense Rose.
Yeah.
Right?
We were just saying like getting a lot more citrus elements as it finishes off.
Yeah. Orangey. We were saying orange and rose hip are similar. So this one is called Orange Star.
Whopping Star.
Oh.
So.
You don't know anything about this, right?
I know nothing.
The Orange Star, I have to say, is not one that I've spent any time with.
Well, I know you love it.
Yeah.
Neroli all up in your face.
Yeah.
So it's orange blossom, if anyone's wondering. I mean, it also has orange fruit in it.
Yeah, there is citrus in there.
But this smacks you in the face with orange blossoms.
So good.
This is excellent.
Yeah, I know.
Again, in the way that I was saying, Incense Extreme would be like an awesome bold scent for a woman. Totally awesome bold scent for a man.
Yeah, like woman could wear this, but you think there's that fresh gentlemanliness about neroli sometimes.
I just think in the way that you would maybe first smell these two scents and expect this to be more guys and that to be more women. I actually think the bolder and cooler choice would be to reverse those. You know?
That's cool. Yeah, I like that.
Because this is like beautiful. It's so pure. The orange blossom is pure on it.
It's really clean.
Yeah.
It's really clean. There is even a sweetness at the end, though, that is more than orange blossom.
It's a little like clementine.
Yeah.
Right? You get a little of like that sweet
clementine.
clementine.
He talks in here, so he's saying oil of clementine and red mandarin.
Did he really say clementine?
Yeah.
I swear I didn't.
Oh, I know, I just flipped this over. Those are the head notes. Then he's saying citrus oil gives to lemongrass, which gives the earthiness at the... And then there's a clean orange flower chord in the central with a hint of translucent violet flowers that support the vibrant and elegant heart notes.
Nice.
And then he's saying there's a place of the fine vanilla line and a patchouli and with a drop of natural resin from citrus known as ambrine. Or ambrine, I'm not sure about.
This is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice.
It's much more resinous dry.
Yeah. You're gonna...
This is beautiful.
Yeah, isn't it gorgeous?
Yes.
I feel like this
gorgeous.
I want to wear this in spring.
I'm going to rock this in March. Yeah, this is going to be April. That's perfect. That's fantastic.
And there's a little bit of a... Now it's definitely getting more resinous, and now it's becoming, you're right, even more sort of manly in its finish. Really nice. So this is a long one, but I think these scents deserve it.
These are, well, they change so.
They change so much, and they really do. In my experience, the ones I've used so far, they have a really great longevity. You know.
I'm addicted to this one.
Good for you. I like that. So what are we doing next? Eau de Peace. So, spices.
This is everything I've looked for in a cologne for a long time.
Really?
I'm really happy about this.
Wow, Jay. That's cool. Yeah, because you're not... It's funny. I like... You and I could smell fragrance with you all day, man. It's fun.
Oh my gosh. That's so good. It's still changing.
I know. Unfortunately, we'll have to come back and do a follow-up just to...
I really like these bottles too.
I know, and they come in a metal case that has a slider, and it gives you a catalog of the whole line.
Oh, really?
It's just everything about it is so well done.
Yeah. What is this one called?
Eau de Peace. Eau de Spices, basically. This is a spice. What do you think? Indian basket of spices, basically, is on the head.
Yeah. Yeah, you get it. Smells like a spice rack.
Yeah. Woody, too. A lot of wood in there.
Well, it smells like the rack, too.
Yeah.
It's literally like a spice rack.
Yeah. It's funny because you get a lot of spice in fragrance, but I don't smell many fragrances that are this bold about just being like, spice is my main thing.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. It's an element usually.
Usually it's an element. Like it's a leather with some spice. It's a wood with whatever. It's an oriental with spice. It's like,
this is spice with some spice.
Yeah, this is spice with some maybe other hints. This is like put a little wood with that spice.
Yeah.
You know?
Get a lot of dry spice in here.
Yeah.
This is not fresh. This is dried spice.
Yeah, these are dried.
Toasted dried
yeah,
spice.
Exactly.
There is one element in there that's slightly greener.
Well, and it's starting to there's a floral starting to come out too.
Starting to get like a greenish stem in there.
Yeah, but also smell the floral and coming through now. There's like a woodiness and a
floral.
Yeah, there's something coming out on top there.
There's a white flower and its stem, like a fresh cut stem of it.
Orange blossoms again. And white flower, right, he said. It's orange flower and jasmine are coming out underneath the wood.
Yeah, you can get the
which is really nice, like coming through that wood and spice, I have to say.
And there's it's just a hint now, but with that floral, you're getting a little like olibanum kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just a touch.
Yeah. Alright, let's keep rocking through, but that's really nice. If you're into spices and then it's got that floral note that's just kind of enchanting me now.
Yeah, yeah. That one it's interesting. It smells like I would call that Princess Jasmine or something.
Yeah. So this is, I don't know, I forgot if you pronounce this Phi or Phi.
Well, it looks like the Greek letter for phi.
Yeah, Phi. That's right. Exactly. Sorry. I've been working a lot open this store. Anyway, Phi. This is Rose de Kandahar. So the story is he got this really rare, hard to find oil from Afghanistan, from the Narangar region. I don't have this sheet here, but it's a Kandahar rose, and he did it as a limited edition because he didn't know if he'd ever be able to get it again. And he even kind of says like, hey, the quality may change over time because this is like a really hard to find oil, so that might change a little bit, but smell this. Oh God. Rose is one of the best things on that the earth has ever produced.
Reason that the oil is so
But I'm saying I feel like
and it is
there's some people who kind of like poo-poo rose a little bit.
It's not your grandma's rose here.
No. Let's see.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is not a rose I've smelled before.
Well, it's more than a rose you smelled before, you know what I mean? I think. So, inspired by natural extract of roses produced in Afghanistan's Rose region, Kandahar.
Wow!
Yeah. This rose is extremely rare and of highest quality. Inspired by these roses growing in a dry and rough land, Phi is a rare gem, complementing contrasting lines, rich in natural raw materials that add depth and authenticity. Due to limited amount of rose oil, and Rose de Kandahar is not guaranteed to be available all the time. But basically it was a limited edition that was brought back into the line recently. Come here, you're getting greedy.
Okay, so here's the thing. I know a lot of kinds of rose. We've tried a lot of kinds of rose, right? Now, I've had roses that were super clean, and I've had roses that was super, like, barnyard, cow butt, earthy.
Yeah.
This is so earthy while remaining such a pure, clean rose scent.
Well, but he's, I mean, that's the artistry of his perfuming, is that he's adding notes along with it to highlight the rose. But it's, the rose remains so clean in there, yet it's not a pristine rose at all.
No, it's
that's
still,
what you mean.
yes.
Like, there's all these other notes talking about, what do you get in there, Jay? I want to see.
Give me a second. I'm like, the rose is so beautiful. That there's an element of powder. There's a powdery element for sure, like the barbershop-y powder.
Yeah,
but there is an element. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's very.
It's coming out more.
Yeah.
You'll smell it.
Yeah, but underneath that is there's like a spiciness.
Like,
there's a spice and sort of.
There's like a flint. Like a
minerality or something.
No, it's like a burn. It's like a burn.
I was gonna say there's a little bit of char in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, charred wood or something like
that.
Charred
wood. There's a little like a match, like a burnt match.
Yeah, but without the sulfur.
Not the sulfur. Like once you've blown it out, the smoke.
Exactly, Exactly. Yeah, and a little bit of spice in there. Would you agree?
I'm so spiced up now that it's difficult for me to. I'm getting a little bit maxed out, but
yeah.
There is an element of this. There's honey. There's a little bit of like a beeswax honey thing, and it's starting a little vanilla. It is starting to smell like sartorial. It has a sartorial element. Resin element, a little vanilla paper, a little bit of the beeswax honey thing.
Yeah, but so much more rose. I would not liken it to sartorial.
I'm just saying
tobacco.
The tail element of it, the tail that I'm getting now, has a sartorial-like quality.
Yeah, well, he talks in here about an animalic note that comes out. Gourmand and animalic notes, There's definitely food for sure. It's beautiful. So your nose is blown out. Yeah. And not that it doesn't deserve the same thing, but we have one more to go, so might as well just smell this.
Yeah. Let me double check. Make sure we're good. So this gardenia.
It's flower. You're saying it's flower?
It's flower. It's pepper. I'm getting like white pepper, and I'm getting cookies.
Yeah. There's a sweetness to this.
It's cake.
This is.
It's like flour pepper cake. It's awesome.
It's beautiful, don't you think? I mean, it's just this is just pretty. Like there's no.
I could see Rachel rocking this.
Yeah, this is just pretty. That's the way I would describe the person who wears it and the way it smells.
Like your wife is pretty. And this is upper alley. I think in terms of pretty scents.
Yeah.
With a little spice.
Well, she would probably want something a little darker, but I push her into things like that because I feel like it smells so pretty. Like you come back to this, no matter how many times you smell it, you're always going to keep coming back saying,
It's not white. It's like, but there is pepper. There's pepper in it. I keep getting like a little bit of like those pepper cookies, right?
Yeah.
Those. Pfeffernuss.
He talks about powdery mossiness of red gardenia, a hint of jasmine, and a bed of sandalwood, tonka, and vanilla.
Yeah, well, you get the vanilla.
But he talks about it as a gardenia for her and him all year round.
Spicy.
Yeah. Well, of the gardenia, you know?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So I didn't realize, I guess, that gardenia, because the initial scent was already pretty peppery.
Yeah, well, I got a sweetness on the first. As soon as I sprayed it, there was just this. Yeah, they call it creamy sweetness. That's exactly.
Creamy, exactly.
And it's of the jasmine. It was like,
woo! That's beautiful. That's really pretty. Yeah. I mean, it is sweet.
It is sweet.
Right out there, you know.
And it's not something. I think it is a gardenia him or her could wear, man or woman could wear, but you'd have to be a certain kind of man who's really either likes a pretty fragrance or really confident about just wearing something that is on the very floral side. I like florals.
I feel like it's like UK, you get a lot more guys.
Yeah.
Being that their shave creams and everything is like more on the floral tip.
Yeah, there's a more tradition of men using florals.
Yeah.
You know?
What
a nice way to finish though, after all those fragrances.
It was dessert.
That is. I just want to eat it up. That's the thing. Whoever's wearing that, I'm going to eat it.
Tower, I know this is long. We should actually probably post them as 3 and part videos maybe, because
maybe right now we'll turn off and then make a part something. We'll just make the intros to the part 1, part 2.
Let's do it. All right.
So you might see this in one long video, or you might see it in 3 parts. You'll have to watch to figure it out. But if you got here, you already know. Anyway, yeah, good stuff.
Dude. Tower, thank you.
Yeah, I'm so excited about it.
T-A-U-E-R, Tower.
Yeah.
Tower.
Andy Tower's his name. And you know what? What's really cool, I'm hoping you're going to watch this, Andy.
Great job.
And because I know you go to Joshua Tree National Forest, and we go to Palm Springs a lot to visit my parents, and let's have a meeting somewhere in the desert.
Let's hang out.
And let's discuss fragrance, and I want to hear about what you do, because it's so great.
I'd love to meet.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Thank you for these scents. They're so beautiful. Clearly a lot of time was put into these. And
he's self-taught.
And
you know that?
And that's awesome. That's even cooler.
Yeah, I know.
And he's clearly a perfectionist, because these are really well thought out. You can smell that somebody's putting thought into every element into it.
They're just so well balanced.
And each one is truly like a journey.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I love them. Anyway.
Awesome. Thanks. Enjoy, Tower.